Students, good morning. So, in chapter 1, we are going to study Accounting Standard 1, Accounting Standard 2, and Accounting Standard 9. Then we will proceed to FIFO method and weighted average method. Before I start Accounting Standard 1, 2, and 9, let me explain you what exactly the meaning of accounting standard. So, dear students, when you write accounts, it is very important to see that there is uniformity or not. For example, if you take the example of two accountant who are writing accounts book, we want to compare their business. For example, X, Y, दो कंपनी है. X का अकाउंटेंट अलग है, Y का अकाउंटेंट अलग है. X and Y का दोनों का accountant have to follow same rules, same regulations. So that is the reason accounting standard will come to picture. Dear students, accounting standard is very important. Without the help of accounting standard, your accounts will not be same. If it is not same, if it is not uniform, comparison would be very difficult. So dear students, keeping everything in mind, we are following all business. They are supposed to follow accounting standard while writing accounts. Dear student, what is the meaning of accounting standard? This is a generally accepted accounting principles. Whatever the accounts you are writing, उसमें जो common चीज, सबको common चीज है ना, that is called as accounting standard. It is generally accepted. Generally accepted. It is accepted by X Limited, Y Limited, partnership. सब लोग को ये accept करना पड़ेगा. Now, who will write this accounting standard? Who will create this accounting standard? So, accounting standard is framed by accounting standard board. There is one board called as accounting standard board. उनका duty है to frame this accounting standard. Once this accounting standard is ready, they will put forward in front of ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Please try to understand. ICAI is the top body. ICAI is the top body. उसका नीचे accounting standard board है. उसका नीचे we people like accountant हम लोग को रूल या जो भी accounting standard हम लोग follow कर रहे हैं, we are there. So the please remember, accounting standard is framed by accounting standard board. So accounting standard board के अंदर experts है. Economics expert, accounts expert, tax expert, cost account expert, अलग अलग फील्ड के एक्सपर्ट्स है. यस, उन लोग सब मिलके अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड को फ्रेम करते हैं. दे कॉन्स्टिट्यूट अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड, दे फ्रेम अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड, देन दे पुट फॉरवर्ड इन फ्रंट ऑफ ICAI. ICAI इज द फाइनल अथॉरिटी. उन लोग ये अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड को इश्यू करेंगे, अप्रूव करेंगे. ठीक है, वंस इट इज अप्रूव्ड, that will be followed by all accountant, all business. That is the specialty of accounting standard. So three things are important. You have to follow accounting standards while writing accounts. Accounting standard is framed by accounting standard board, but it is approved by Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. So highest authority is with Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Okay, this is about the accounting standards. So dear students, there are 1 to 29 accounting standards, 29 plus accounting standards hai. So if you go through accounting standard, there are more than nearly 29 accounting standard, 29 plus accounting standards are there. But as per our syllabus, we will cover only 3 accounting standard: accounting standard 1, 2 and 9. Okay. Hope it's clear to you. Accounting standard is clear to you. Dear students, can you see accounting standards ka list? Can you see accounting standards ka list? Is it visible? These are the accounting standards. Yes. Yeah, framed by accounting standard board, approved by ICAI. Hope you can see accounting standards 1 से लेकर, यस, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 1 to अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 9 तक है एक पेज के अंदर. बट यू हैव टू स्टडी ओनली AS1, AS2, AS9. अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 1, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 9. The rest of the accounting standard you need not study as per your semester 1 syllabus. So we will discuss in detail Can you see accounting standard 10 to 18? Can you see accounting standard 10 to 18? 10 to 18, is it visible? Yes, great. Can you see accounting standard 19 to 24? Can you see accounting standard 19 to 24? Is it visible? 19 to 24? Yes. Can you see accounting standard 25 to 29? Can you see accounting standard 25 to 29? Yes, great. Now our topic is accounting standard 1. Our topic is accounting standard 1. Hope accounting standard 1 का explanation part is visible. Accounting standard 1 का explanation part is visible. Correct? Yes. Now, dear students, you know that accounting standard 1 is the starting accounting standard, first accounting standard. It is the first accounting standard. Now, what is the meaning of accounting standard 1? Accounting standard 1 is disclosure of accounting policies. See, the word disclosure is the first word. Second word is accounting policies. Disclose of what? Disclosure of accounting policies. Who has given this accounting standard? This is given by, this is issued by ICAI. ICAI. Is it mandatory to follow accounting standard 1? Yes, now it is mandatory. Earlier it was recommendatory, now it is mandatory. Who will follow this accounting standard 1? Whether you are a company, whether you are a partnership firm, you have to follow accounting standard 1. So dear students, this is not only followed in accounts, this is also followed as per the requirement of law. If you are following Companies Act, if you are following Income Tax Act, then you have to follow accounting standard 1. According to Companies Act, Income Tax Act, you have to follow accounting standard 1. Now, if you discuss accounting standard 1 in detail, the word is disclosure. You can see first word is disclosure. First word आप देख सकते हो, it's a disclosure. Second word is accounting policies. So dear students, when you have to disclose it, अगर आप आपका accounts का policy में कुछ changes कर रहे हो, if you are doing some changes, then you have to disclose. For example, I will give you one small example. Just 1 minute. I will give you a small example. So dear students, I request you go through this example. So in this example, we have followed depreciation ka two method. One is straight line method, other one is written down value method. So in both straight line and written down value method, the machinery value is 10,000, 10,000 and the depreciation is 10%. What happens in the straight line method? The depreciation amount remains same, but in written down value method, the depreciation will differ, that will decrease one by one. So that is very, very important. So if you go through this method, we got straight line method and we got written down value method. Depreciation is changing under written down value method, but it is same under straight line method. No problem, you follow straight line or written down, not an issue at all. But if you change method from straight line, first year you have followed straight line method, second year you have followed straight line method, but third year you are jumping to written down value method, then you have to disclose, then you have to say that I have changed the method. Please remember. Just imagine you are following straight line method, first year, second year, third year, instead of straight line method, you are jumping to written down value method. Then you have to disclose this fact in your final account, in your financial statement. आपका financial statement में ये disclose करना very very important है. Otherwise, stakeholder को, सामने का public को ये doubt आएगा, why this depreciation is changed. First year it was 1000 था, last year का book को refer करेंगे तो it's 1000, second year का book में भी 1000 है, third year में 810 कैसा आया? Just refer red color. Student, first year red color follow किया, second year भी red color follow किया, third year we are following written down का red color. So change. So when you have made the changes, you have to disclose it. ठीक है? This is one of the example for disclosure. ठीक है? Dear students, disclosure is required when there is a change in the method of depreciation, when there is a change in the method of goodwill treatment, when there is a change in the method of valuation of stock, FIFO or weighted average, when there is a change in the valuation of investment, or when there is a change in the valuation of fixed asset, when there is a change in the treatment of contingent liability, or when there is a change in conversion of foreign currency item. In all my sentence, I have used the word change. अगर आप चेंज नहीं करेंगे, अगर आप मेथड को चेंज नहीं करेंगे, then accounting standard will not come to picture. Accounting standard 1 will come to picture when there is a change in the method. Last year method, this year method is changed. Then you have to disclose. If there is no change, then there is no requirement. So dear students, as per the accounting standard 1, three things are very, very important. Three things are very, very important as per accounting standard 1. What is required? Where is required? Why is required? What is required? The changes has to be disclosed. What is to be disclosed? Changes has to be disclosed. Where to disclose? Within the financial statement. When and why you have to disclose? Because you have changed the method. You have changed the policy. You have changed the accounting policy. Three simple answer. What is required? When you have changed, you have to report. Where to report? Within the financial statement. Why to report? Because you have changed. You have changed the method. Dear students, very simple. All accounting policies, yes, should be informed. Should be, yes, informed or presented within the financial statement. अब जो भी changes करते हो financial statement के अंदर रहना चाहिए. ठीक है? Very important thing is that changes हम कभी बोलते हैं when there is no consistency. When you are not following going concern concept, when you are not following accrual concept, then we can say that there is a change. In that case, you have to disclose it. You have to disclose it. So in short, I can say that accounting standard 1 summary में बता देता हूँ. Accounting standard 1 कभी follow होगा? Accounting standard will be followed when there is a change in the accounting policies. Yes, Salam Manihar. So dear students, according to accounting standard 1, very important things: what to report, where to report, why to report. What to report? If there is change, then only you have to report. Where to report? Within the financial statement. When you prepare financial statement, उसका अंदर ही आपको report करना है. Why to report? Why? Because you are not following consistency. आपका मेथड कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं है. आपका मेथड कंसिस्टेंट है तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं था. आपका मेथड कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है. लास्ट ईयर अलग मेथड थे, ये ईयर अलग मेथड. दैट्स व्हाई यू हैव टू रिपोर्ट. सो three things are very, very important: going concern, consistency, accrual. Going concern बोला तो you are thinking that your business is going to, yes, run for minimum a fixed period of time, 10 years, 20 years. Consistency bola to you are following consistency in policies or in accounting policies. Accrual means you are following accrual concept rather than cash basis. Okay. Now I request you please refer question number example Satya Limited के example देखो. Satya Limited has changed their method from straight line to written down method, but not disclosed in their books. Analyze and comment with respect to accounting standard 1. Just tell me students, accounting standard 1 के हिसाब से whether disclosure is required or not. Accounting standard 1 के हिसाब से, because Satya Limited has changed the method from straight line method to written down value method. You tell me whether disclosure is required or not. Is it required? Is it required? Yes, it's required. Where it is required? Where it is required? Where it is required? Yes, students, where it is required? It is required within the financial statement. Within the financial. Yes, within the financial statement का अंदर ही changes करने हैं. That's great answer. It's required, but it has to be, please read that. It is required, changes has to be informed, and it should be mentioned in the final account itself. ठीक है? अदरवाइज द डेप्रिसिएशन का चेंजेस जो अमाउंट है वो क्यों चेंज हुआ पता नहीं चलेगा. दैट्स द रीजन यू हैव टू डिस्क्लोज इट. ठीक है. होप अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 1 इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. So dear students, let's move to accounting standard 2, that is valuation of inventory. So please remember, inventory means, inventory according to accounting standard 2, inventory means work in yes, all inventories except work in progress, shares, debenture, which is held as stock in trade. Okay. Now please remember, inventory should be valued at lower of cost and net realizable value. Lower of cost and net realizable value. This is very, very important. Lower of cost and net realizable value. Yes, you see here, lower of cost and net realizable value. This is very important. Yes. So point number 2, lower of cost and net realizable value. Point number 3, cost of inventories include cost of purchase, cost of conversion and other cost. So this is point number 3. Point number 4, the cost of other inventory should be assigned using FIFO or weighted average method. This is point number 4. Point number 5, you can follow retail method for your convenience. So dear students, हम लोग point number 2, 3 and point number 5 with the example का साथ पढ़ेंगे. Point number 2, 3 and point number 5. Point number 2, point number 3 and point number 5. Can you read here this point? Refer example 2. Refer example 2. Refer example 3. Is it visible? Refer example 4. Is it visible? Yes. So first example padenge, then we will come back to our accounting standard. Yes. Dear students, can you see product item A ka? What is the historical cost? What is the cost incurred? Item A production करने के लिए कितना खर्चा हुआ? 40 lakhs. Correct? Production करके रख दिया 40 lakhs. Great. What is the saleable? मतलब सेल नहीं हुआ अभी तक. Please remember, it is not sale value, it is a realizable value. मतलब मार्केट में क्या रेट चल रहा है? 28 lakhs चल रहा है. नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू. नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू कितना चल रहा है? 28 lakhs. So ये दोनों में, for example, in case of point item A, 40 lakh and 28 lakh. Can you see 40 lakh and 28 lakh, students? 40 lakh is a cost value. 28 lakh is realizable value. Can you see this one? 40 and 28. Yes, students? 40 lakh and 28 lakh. Yes, you can see. Which is highest, which is lowest? Highest is 40, lowest is 28. But which one we have to consider according to point number 2? According to point number 2, are we supposed to consider highest value or are we supposed to consider lowest value? Are we supposed to consider highest value or are we supposed to consider lowest value? According to point number 2, we have to consider highest value or lowest value. Can you read point number 2? We have to consider, green color देखो, we have to consider lowest value, lower value. So that is the reason ये दोनों में lower value is 28. 28, great. 28 lakhs. Second में, yes, second case में, B में lowest value कितना है? I think दोनों 32 बोला तो any 32 is lowest value है. C में, which is the lowest value? Which is the lowest value of item C? Lowest value C में 16 है, 24 है. Lowest value is 16 है. Great. Correct? So lowest value आप देख रहे हो. तो ये lowest value को आप अगर add करेंगे, ये का lowest value is 28 plus B का लोवेस्ट वैल्यू इज 32 प्लस सी का लोवेस्ट वैल्यू इज 16, ये पूरा ऐड करेंगे तो द टोटल वैल्यू इज व्हाट इज द टोटल वैल्यू 70, व्हाट इज द टोटल 76 है श्योर, 32 and 28 60 हुआ प्लस 16 76 lakhs. What is this? This is the closing stock. 76 lakh is the closing stock. So 76 lakh is the closing stock, total closing stock. So your closing stock is 76 lakh. 76 lakh. Is it clear? So ये method किसने बोला है? You have to follow lowest करके. Who told you that you have to follow lowest? Who told you that you have to follow lowest? Accounting standard 2 ने बताया है. According to accounting standard 2. According to accounting standard 2, you have to follow the lowest price. Is it okay? As per example 2. As per example 2. Is it okay, students? Is it clear? Is it clear? As per example, yes. As per point number 2, you have to follow not highest value, you have to follow lowest value. Is it clear? Yes. Now let's go to the next example, that is yes, dear students, point number 3, you have to take cost of inventory, not only cost of purchase but all other expenses you have to add. Yes. So dear students, we will go to third example. Can you see third example? Students? Can you see third example? Yes. So here, what is the cost of purchase? What is the cost of purchase, students? Cost of purchase कितना है? 5.5. Yes, 5.5. So 5.50 lakhs. This is the cost of purchase. Agree? This is the cost of purchase. Agree? Yes. Other than that, आपको एक्स्ट्रा क्या पे करना है? प्लस ड्यूटीज एंड टैक्स पे करना है. Taxes paid. What is the duty and taxes paid? Rupees 1 lakh. Correct है ना? 1 lakh है. What else you have to pay? You have to pay plus freight. Freight पे करना है. You have to pay freight, that is 2 lakh. So what else you have to pay? Quick. What else you have to pay? What else? 5,50,000 हो गया, ड्यूटी हो गया, फ्रेट हो गया. So this is the total cost. You agree with me? This is the total cost. You agree with me, students? So what is the total? That is 8,50,000. 8,50,000 is the total cost of purchase. ठीक है? Less. आपको थोड़ा बेनिफिट मिल रहा है. That is थोड़ा ड्यूटी रिकवरेबल फ्रॉम टैक्स अथॉरिटी. ड्यूटी रिकवरेबल ड्यूटी वापस आ रहा है, बेनिफिट वापस मिल रहा है. रिकवरेबल फ्रॉम टैक्स अथॉरिटी. How much you are recurring back? You are getting back 0.5 lakhs. That is one benefit you are getting. Next, second benefit. Yes, your supplier is very good. Yes, you got very good supplier and he is giving you a discount, trade discount. Trade discount of 0.5 lakhs. Yes. So whatever the amount you are paying, आपने add किया, whatever the benefit you are getting, that you have deducted. So can you tell me what is the deductible amount? Deduct करने वाला amount कितना है? 1 lakhs. Correct? 1 lakh. Deduct करने वाला amount 1 lakh है. सो फाइनली आपका पॉकेट से जाने वाला अमाउंट इज 7,50,000. आपका पॉकेट से जाने वाला अमाउंट 7,50,000. Please remember, dear student, this is the purchase price. This is the total cost of purchase. This is the total cost of purchase as per AS2. As per AS2. तो आगे जाके आपको टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ परचेज कैलकुलेट करना है, तो दिस मेथड यू हैव टू अप्लाई एज पर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2. तो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2 बोल रहे हैं when you got परचेज प्राइस का साथ when you got ड्यूटी फ्रेट सब कुछ ऐड करना है. This is not given by me, this is given by accounting standard 2. Is it clear, students? अब जो वो 7,50,000 आ रहा है ना, that is as per accounting standard 2. Is it clear, students? This is not my rule. This is given by accounting standard 2. I'm just following it. Is it clear, students? Yes, it's clear. Any doubt here? Any doubt to anyone? So dear students, let's see how to follow retail method. Let's see how to follow retail method. Retail method is equal to you have to see one formula, that is cost plus profit is equal to selling price, or we can call it as MRP. This is the MRP price. This is the MRP. Now, in this problem, MRP is given rupees 20,000, and it is mentioned that gross profit on cost is 25%. So they are charging cost, जो अगर आप cost 100 rupees लेंगे उसका ऊपर they are charging profit 25%. They are charging 25% profit, 25% profit. That's the reason they are fixing selling price as 125. Just one example, अगर आप cost 100 लेंगे, profit is 25 and selling price is 125. Selling price बोला तो MRP price. Now under retail method, you know MRP का value is rupees 20,000. MRP value is rupees 20,000. अगर आपको cost का value ढूंढना है तो put question mark here. So try to understand this concept first. कोई भी प्रोडक्शन में कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट ऐड होता है, कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट ऐड होके सेलिंग प्राइस होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, सिंस आंसर इज इन परसेंटेज 25% में बोला है, so we will take cost as just 100. just cost 100 ले लो. कॉस्ट 100 है तो व्हाट इज द प्रॉफिट प्रोपोर्शन है? प्रॉफिट इज 25% ऑन कॉस्ट, मतलब 100 का 25% बोला तो 25 रुपीज. आप इधर चाहिए तो 10 ले लो, कॉस्ट 10 लिया तो 25 हुआ, तो 25% बोला तो 2.5 आता है. वॉट एवर द कॉस्ट यू टेक उसका 25%. ठीक है, अगर आप कॉस्ट को 100 लेंगे, प्रॉफिट 25 होगा, तो टोटल विल बी 125. जस्ट you write the original MRP value, that is 20,000. now calculate cost value, that is retail method में. yes, आप क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 20,000 into 100 whole divided by 125. तो जो आंसर आता है that is a MRP का आंसर है, that is as per MRP. What is the answer? What is the answer, students? 16,000. great. so rupees 16,000 is the रिटेल मेथड के हिसाब से कॉस्ट वैल्यू है. दिस इज अ कॉस्ट वैल्यू एज पर रिटेल मेथड. so this is the cost value as per retail method. great, 16,000 is the right answer. so हमको रिटेल मेथड भी फॉलो करना है. जब भी हमारा कॉस्ट प्राइस नहीं देता है ना, जस्ट एमआरपी प्राइस देता है, तो वी हैव टू फॉलो दिस मेथड टू गेट द कॉस्ट. so again I am explaining you accounting standard 2. One is you have to follow lower of cost and net realizable value. You have followed this example. Second one, while calculating the cost of inventory, you have to take purchase price plus all other expenses you have to add. Then you have to follow retail method. When you are having MRP, you are not having cost price. Okay. So this is the one example and the second example. Okay. Now let's move to the last accounting standard 9. So accounting standard 9 says that according to accounting standard 9, revenue should be recognized. Revenue should be recognized. I will tell you two things here. There are 2 points here. One is revenue, other one is recognition. Revenue means any benefit coming inside your pocket. कभी benefit आपको आएगा when you sell goods. जब आप goods को sell करेंगे, you are getting cash. When you provide service, you are getting cash. When you give your intangible assets like patent, copyrights, ये सब चीज आप दूसरों को देंगे तो आपको रॉयल्टी मिलता है. When you invest in shares, you are getting dividend. ये सब चीज आपको आता है. But somewhere we have to invest. Then only we will get this benefit. Is it clear, students? So according to accounting standard 9, revenue means you read these things. Yes, you read these things. Revenue means benefit received because of the goods sold. Yes, sale of goods. Because of the service, you are getting the fees. Interest on loan, you have given loan, you are getting interest. You have invested in shares of the company, you are getting dividend. You are getting royalty on patent copyrights. For example, मेरे पास just imagine मेरे पास copyright है. Copyright बोला तो मैं एक book का author हूँ. Just imagine मैं मेरा book का authorship को दूसरों को दे रहा हूँ या publisher को दे रहा हूँ कि publish करने का right. So anyhow, when I am the author, I should get some monetary benefit that is called as royalty. तो ये सब monetary benefit को हम लोग revenue बोलते हैं. So one part is clear. Accounting standard 1 में revenue का meaning पता चला. Now exactly the meaning recognition कभी करना है. ये revenue को कभी recognize करना है. Sale करने का time पे be careful. For example, मैं ये bottle को sale कर रहा हूँ. Yes, when I am selling this bottle to my customer, I have to recognize as my sale. I have to recognize it as my sale. भले मुझे cash आया या नहीं आया, I have to recognize it as sales. समझ में आ रहा है? I am selling this bottle to my customer. बेच दिया, ownership everything passed, transfer हुआ, ownership everything is passed. So I have to write in my accounts as sale. इसको मैं sale करके मेरा books में लिखना पड़ेगा. Second one is my dear students, जब भी मैंने service कर दिया, I have rendered service. For example, you know that अगर आपके पास बैंक में, yes, बैंक में आपके पास लॉकर फैसिलिटी है या एटीएम कार्ड आपने लिया है, जो भी बैंक ये सर्विस देता है उसके लिए चार्ज करता है. फॉर देम इट इज अ रेवेन्यू. लॉकर रेंट, एटीएम चार्ज, ये सब उन लोग चार्ज करते हैं, वो रेवेन्यू है. ठीक है. तो एक बार सर्विस प्रोवाइड किया, दे आर एलिजिबल टू गेट द रेवेन्यू. नेक्स्ट वन इज इंटरेस्ट. आपने लोन दिया था, इंटरेस्ट आना बाकी है, यू कैन कंसिडर इट एज रेवेन्यू. रॉयल्टी, आपने आपका इंटेंजिबल एसेट को दे दिया, आपको इनकम आना बाकी है, यू कैन कंसिडर इट एज रेवेन्यू. डिविडेंड, आपने शेयर्स में इन्वेस्ट किया, आपको डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर हो चुका है, भले आने दो या नहीं आने दो, यू कैन कंसिडर डिविडेंड एज इनकम. ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स गो टू द वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जांपल. अभी हम लोग एक केस स्टडी पढ़ेंगे. कैन यू रीड दिस केस स्टडी डियर स्टूडेंट? केस स्टडी 1 इज विजिबल. इज इट विजिबल? Case study 1 is visible. Yes. Please read up. Please read. मिस्टर विजय ने क्या किया? मिस्टर विजय ने क्या किया? कौन सा कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट किया? टाटा मोटर्स में इन्वेस्ट किया. ठीक है. अभी टाटा मोटर कंपनी ने डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर किया 28 मार्च को, बट डिविडेंड जो चेक है वो हमको 5 अप्रैल को रीच हो गया. बट विजय का एवरी ईयर का प्रैक्टिस है अकाउंट को क्लोज करने का, 31 मार्च को अकाउंट क्लोज करने का. अभी हमारा क्वेश्चन है डिविडेंड 28 को डिक्लेयर हुआ, डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर हुआ 28 को, बुक क्लोज हुआ 31 को, डिविडेंड का पैसा आया 5 अप्रैल को। तो बुक क्लोज करने का टाइम पे पैसा नहीं आया था, जब हम लोग अकाउंट बुक क्लोज कर रहे थे पैसा नहीं आया था। माय क्वेश्चन इज कैन वी कंसीडर दिस डिविडेंड इन आवर फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट और नॉट? समरी में बता रहा हूं और एक बार बता रहा हूं, डिविडेंड डायरेक्टर ने, यस टाटा कंपनी के डायरेक्टर ने बताया है कि आप डिविडेंड के लिए एलिजिबल है, यू आर एलिजिबल फॉर डिविडेंड, डिक्लेयर कर दिया। हम लोग 31 को मार्च को अकाउंट्स क्लोज कर रहे हैं, बुक्स क्लोज कर रहे हैं, लेकिन तब तक पैसा नहीं आया था, पैसा नहीं आया, पैसा बाद में आ रहा है, 5 अप्रैल को आ रहा है। तो पैसे के हिसाब से जाना है या डिक्लेयर का हिसाब से जाना है? डिक्लेयर के हिसाब से जाना है या पैसे के हिसाब से जाना है? When are we supposed to consider it as revenue? When we have to recognize it as revenue? Can we consider, yes, 31st March ko can we consider declare date is important here or not? Yes, students? Great. That means you are clear with accounting standard 9. So accounting standard, सुनो, अभी मेरा बात सुनो, accounting standard 9 बोल रहा है डिविडेंड तो डिक्लेयर हुआ ना, एक बार डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर हुआ बोला तो वो डेट से आप लोग एलिजिबल है, यू आर एलिजिबल। 28 मार्च आप लोग अंक बंद करके 31 मार्च का बुक्स में लिख सकते हैं डिविडेंड इज ड्यू, डिविडेंड ड्यू करके आप लिख सकते हो, बिकॉज 2019 में ही आ जाएगा ये ट्रांजैक्शन। कौन सा ईयर में आ जाएगा? 2019 में, बिकॉज 2019 को मार्च एंड अकाउंट एंड हो रहा है। पैसा कभी भी आने दो, बट अपना कौन सा ईयर का बुक में आएगा? 31 मार्च 2019 का बुक में आएगा। इज इट क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? इज इट क्लियर? डिक्लेयर डेट्स इंपॉर्टेंट है, डिक्लेयर हुआ, दैट इज द रीजन वी विल कंसिडर ऑन 31 मार्च। इज इट ओके? इज इट ओके? एनी डाउट टू एनीवन? यस, अभी मैं थोड़ा सा सिचुएशन चेंज कर देता हूं। यस, थोड़ा सा सिचुएशन चेंज कर देता हूं। अगर ये डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर इटसेल्फ 3 अप्रैल को होता तो क्या होगा? 3 अप्रैल को डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर, डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर ही 3 अप्रैल को किया। आर वी सपोज टू कंसिडर अंडर 31 मार्च? 31 मार्च को कंसिडर करना है क्या? Because declare and received everything after 31st, we cannot consider. In that case, we cannot consider. Can you understand the difference? Declare किया, पैसा नहीं आया, we can consider, but date is important. Is it clear? Yes, students, is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, it's clear. Last एक example पढ़ो, that's it. Sulekha Publishers supplied books to Suraj. करेक्ट? सुलेखा ने सूरज को बुक सप्लाई कर रहा है, एंड सूरज ने बोला सुलेखा को, यस एवरीथिंग इज एज पर माय रिक्वायरमेंट, इट्स एज पर माय रिक्वायरमेंट। इज इट सेल और नॉट? इज इट कंसिडर्ड एज सेल और नॉट? पैसा नहीं आया, पैसा अभी तक नहीं आया, इज इट कंसिडर्ड एज सेल और नॉट? इज इट सेल और नॉट? इफ इट इज सेल, यस सेल करके लिखो, यस इट्स सेल, सेल है तो सेल करके लिख दो, इट्स सेल, इट्स सेल, परफेक्ट। क्यों करेक्ट है पता है? सुलेखा ने यस सूरज को सप्लाई तो किया, सूरज ने ओके भी बोला, एंड सूरज ने बोला यस इट इज एज पर आवर रिक्वायरमेंट, so that means it is sale। and सुलेखा को बुक में लिखना है या नहीं लिखना है? बोलो, जस्ट लास्ट सेंटेंस, सुलेखा को बुक में लिखना है या नहीं लिखना है? अकाउंट बुक में सुलेखा को अकाउंट बुक में लिखना है या नहीं लिखना है? सुलेखा will consider it as sale and they will write under their financial book. How to write? It has to be written. Very good. Yes, to be written. It has to be written because according to accounting standard 9, पैसा आना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, यू हैव टू सी ट्रांजैक्शन कभी हुआ, ओनरशिप कभी पास हुआ, दैट डेट से इटसेल्फ दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है. With this we conclude accounting standard 1, 2 and 9. Thank you so much students.